Hi everyone, my name is Danny and today I will feature a brand new Sony action camera on my channel. This is a very special camera that I got recently. It was released in September of 2016. It is by Sony. It's called the FDR X3000R. The R stands for the remote, which comes with this particular model. Now, what is so special about this camera? Obviously, it bundles the latest technology in what we call action cameras, and in my opinion, it outperforms any of the hero models that are out there at this particular time in history. Now, this is not an unboxing video. What I want to tell you is things that you need to be aware of after you open the box. I know we are all so excited when it comes to buying something new and we wanted just to play with it and experiment, but be mindful. There are 4 or 5 things that you need to be careful when you open the box and try to experiment, especially if you're not the type of person who want to read manuals. Well, that's me. But you might still want to read the manual, and if you don't want to read the manual, here are some of the important things you need to be aware of. Let's start. I'll start by recording my other camera so that you can see it from a different angle. This is a new setup. So here you go. This is not an unboxing video, so I'm not going to bother you with all this. Let's do it quickly. Perfect. Here's the thing. The camera has a case, obviously, which is needed only if you're taking shots underwater. This is the underwater case. And first of all, when I first got this, is like, how do you really open this? First thing I did is try to remove this because I thought this is how you're supposed to remove it. Then I figured, open. Oh, perfect. There is something here that you do. But if you do this, see, if I push this like this, it just doesn't open. And if I was like, okay, what are you supposed to do exactly? I tried reading the manual, it wasn't very helpful, but then, okay, it opens up. Then you try pushing it from here because you would think this should open up like this, but that's not the case. You actually have to pull it up like this, and this is how it opens. So this is your first very important thing to do while trying opening this camera. Then it comes out easily. That's great. Remember, if you're putting it back, let me show you how you put it back again. So you put it. Now, what you have to do is really put it up here, push it down here, let this knob go around this, and snap it in. And then again, to open it up, you press this, pop it out like this, and your camera comes out. So that's the first important thing you need to know about, because you might just break the knob. So here's the camera. It's pretty neat. My next challenge was actually, and that's what I've seen from other videos, is okay, fine, you open this lid if you want to put the battery on, right? There you go. The lid is out. It's interesting because now you have to put the battery. So right here in my box, let's see what I got, what other stuff I have. Okay, there you go. I have the battery right here. Gonna move this out of my way. Perfect. So first things first, how do you put the battery? My first guess was actually because this has an arrow right here, I thought that I should be putting my battery like this. And I kept pressing it, as you can see here. But unfortunately, it does not snap in. Though I do see the flash right here. Try to show it to you. I do see this flash, but unfortunately, that doesn't go in. And here's the tip. That's wrong, because you're supposed to actually put it on this side. And this, again, in my opinion, was something wrong on Sony's side. They should at least make an indication. This is clearly how you would think you should be putting it, but in reality, you should put it the other way. And if you just push it slightly, it snaps back in perfectly. And then here it's kind of a little bit clunky, but at least it closes securely when you push it from all four sides. So this is where you have the HDMI output. You have also the multi-line or the multi-channel, and also you do have the speaker or the microphone input right here for an external microphone. And we are going to feature that at one point in the near future. So you can snap this back in. If you open here, perfect. This is where you are supposed to place your micro SD card, and I will speak about that. That's kind of another challenge. And that's pretty much it. Now you can lock this door if you feel like, especially if you are going to be using it for a long time. After you snap it in, you can hold this knob up so that it can actually lock itself. Now the next challenge was actually to put the micro SD card, and so what I did was I just opened it as I thought I would with the 4K here, and as you can see the pins here, and I did actually put it in and it clicked, and that was good because I felt comfortable to turn it on. Let's see what happens. I'll try to zoom in. As you can see, there is an indicator here showing me as if something is wrong. And also, all the indicators on the camera, the three indicators are flashing in front, top, and at the back. So I really freaked out and I thought, oh God, something must be wrong with this particular camera. But all I had to do was to turn it off, open up the lid again, take the micro SD out, and put it the other way around. So the pins should actually be facing the side which is the screen. This is how it should be. And again, if you do this, it clicks in the same way, so you wouldn't know really what's going on until you turn it on, and then you can see that everything seems to be functioning normally. This is such a nice camera, and this is the reason I decided to go with the camera mainly is because of the lens itself. It's a very great lens, and you can actually zoom in, and I will feature that in a later video. So it's much great performer also under night vision, because under low light it does capture better quality than a Hero camera, and also most important because of the optical stabilization which is found on this camera with the newer models. It's a very good way of keeping your shots steady without relying on digital stabilization. So that's a great feature that I obviously cannot compare to anything else in the market. Now, what about this? What about the remote control that comes with it, or the remote live view, which Sony calls live view remote? Again, this is kind of hard to remove, but once you remove it, it's fine. It has a built-in lithium battery and you need to charge it. So if you look into your box, you will see this particular adapter, and you are supposed to slide this in like this. Once it slides in, it also comes with a cable that you can connect this right here, and then use any USB power outlet like the one you get on your laptop in order to get it to charge. That's perfect. So what are the issues with with the remote, with the live view remote. One of the things I notice is, how do you take this out once it's in? Do I press it like this? No, be careful, it'll break. They do have a small arrow here, and I'll show it to you right here. You just click it and slide this out. It's very easy, but just be careful of that. And this same functionality does also work with your wristband, which comes to support this screen, because you're supposed to be putting this screen actually on your wrist. So again, this seems to be easy. First time when I tried to put it in, to attach it, what I did is I pressed it hard like this. And it did click, and it did feel that that's the right way of doing it. And it doesn't come out easily, which is great. But when I was trying to remove it from the wrist, I had no idea how to do this. Should I slide it this way? Should I pull it from here? And it was just confusing for me until I saw that it does have here some kind of a slider. When you slide it, this thing comes out very easily. So you just have to be mindful of this as well. One of the things I didn't really like about this wristband itself was the material that the band is made of. It's kind of very clunky, and I felt it's very hard to actually press this in and try to put this inside here. And it just feels very, very thick and rubbery. Though it is very solid, and once you have this actually placed, I'm going to still snap it in. Though I think this is not a good way of doing it. It might actually break one day. But once you have it in, it feels very solid, and it's great if you are going to be bungee jumping, or I don't know, doing some of the crazy stuff that you could be doing while video shooting your adventures. But at the same time, I felt for daily use, which is how I'm probably going to be using this camera, I felt the wristband itself was too clunky. I wish it was made of a different material, and I wish it was thinner, and I would have appreciated if it was built using some other material. Now, regarding the camera itself and the way it syncs in with the live view, there are tons of videos out there. It's a breeze. You don't need to really worry about it. You can read the instructions in the manual. I guess this is where we really need to read instructions, and it's not a big deal. I have already synced my camera to the live view, so the moment I turn it on, I actually need to press here. Okay, perfect. So it did take like around 15 to 20 seconds to sync in. As I started to video shoot, let's say I'm recording now. Let me start recording. And then I'm recording, taking something here and there. Oops, the screen is off. And I got worried the first time I saw this, because when I turned this off, I saw that the screen went back on, and I was kind of confused. Why would it do like this? Is it some bug in the software of the wristband, or what is the deal? And when I read the manual, I was surprised to know that this was actually a feature. So they're trying to save the battery of your wristband remote, and for that reason, what they expect you to not be looking at your screen the whole time. So this is just to give you an indicator of how you're framing your video, and then you just use your wristband remote to stop and start the recording, and that's it. Mission accomplished. You don't need to be watching this all the time. So this is my first video with regards to this camera. It's the FDR X3000. It's a great camera. It's around $400 if you don't want the remote. It's a great camera if you are not using it for smaller places. Like, to me, I might think that this is a little bit clunky, but it's not. I think actually it's more feasible to carry it around. It's just that I wish it was built in a way that was like this, where the lens is like this here, just like the Hero cameras. But I guess the technology does not allow us to have great all features without compromising some of the design elements. So I guess for now, I love it. I think I will be using it for many, many years. And I hope you also are convinced that this is a great camera if you want to experiment with taking your personal videos while you're out there without having to worry about carrying a bigger camera. And again, this is a 4K camera. What else do you need? I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be doing other videos right after in regards to what accessories you might need, and also how you can protect this camera from damage, and a lot more videos. So if you enjoyed this video, I know it's a long one, please subscribe, and don't forget to create an account with jeak.com in order to feature yourself and let the world know about what you can do best. Until new video, take care.